Thanks for watching. Subscribe to When Was That for more amazing history stories. Imagine the night of September 1st, 1859. The sun is set, but darkness doesn't last. An eerie glow fills the sky. Crimson, emerald, violet, stretching from Cuba to Japan. People wake, convinced their cities are ablaze. Miners in Colorado start breakfast, thinking it's dawn. Compasses spin wildly. The planet's magnetic field is in chaos. Telegraph lines spark and shock operators. Messages travel powered only by the sky's energy. The Victorian internet, the telegraph, becomes a conduit for a cosmic storm. This was no ordinary night. It was a warning from our sun. The auroras were beautiful, but the disruption was profound. Humanity, for the first time, felt the sun's true power reach down to Earth. The world was caught in a storm from the stars with no name for what they witnessed. Our technology, so new and fragile, was at the mercy of the cosmos. The Carrington event had begun, and it would change our understanding of the sun forever. To understand, we go to Red Hill, England, the morning of September 1st, 1859. Richard Carrington, amateur astronomer, sketches sunspots as usual. Suddenly, two blinding white flashes erupt from the sun's surface, something no one had ever seen. Carrington records the time and details, suspecting a link to earthly effects. Hours later, reports of auroras and telegraph chaos pour in. Carrington connects the dots: a solar flare on the sun, a geomagnetic storm on Earth. He's the first to realize our star can directly affect our planet. The flare was just the beginning. A massive cloud of magnetized plasma, a coronal mass ejection, was hurtling toward Earth. It covered 93 million miles in just 17 hours. A solar hurricane aimed at us. Carrington's observation would change science forever. The sun's fury was no longer distant, it was personal. When the solar storm hit, Earth's magnetic shield was overwhelmed. The Carrington event unleashed the most intense geomagnetic storm ever recorded. Auroras blazed from the poles to the tropics. Sailors read by their light in the open ocean. The planet was electrified, literally. Telegraph wires became antennas, sparking fires and shocking operators. The world of 1859 was lucky. Its technology was simple. The damage was limited to telegraphs, but the message was clear. We live in the atmosphere of a volatile star. The sun gives us life, but it can also disrupt our world in an instant. The Carrington event was a cosmic wake-up call. Now imagine the Carrington event happens today. Our world runs on electricity and electronics, a technological glass house. Satellites would be the first to fall, fried by radiation, silencing GPS, communications, and weather data. On the ground, power grids would be overwhelmed. Transformers would melt, plunging cities into darkness for months or years. No electricity means no water, no refrigeration, no gas, no banking, no internet. Modern life would collapse overnight. We'd be thrown back to a pre-industrial age, but without the skills to survive. The Carrington event today would be a global catastrophe. Our interconnected world is more vulnerable than ever. The sun's power, once a curiosity, is now an existential threat. Are we prepared for a storm from the stars? The answer could define our future. The stakes have never been higher. Think this is ancient history? In 2012, a Carrington-class solar storm barely missed Earth. Had it hit, the cost would have been trillions, with recovery taking years. The sun's magnetic fields twist and snap, unleashing flares and CMEs as part of its natural cycle. Our magnetic field is a shield, but it can be breached. Ancient myths of burning skies may be memories of past superstorms. Tree rings and ice cores reveal radiation spikes from solar blasts centuries ago. The Carrington event is not just a story, it's a warning. We've built a world dependent on fragile technology, vulnerable to the sun's moods. The 2012 near miss was a final warning shot. The question isn't if another great solar storm will come, but when. Are we ready for the next cosmic storm? The future depends on our answer. The sun's power is awe-inspiring and unpredictable. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: knowledge is our best defense. By understanding our star, we can protect our world and technology from the next cosmic storm. Want to stay ahead of the next big event? Subscribe to When Was That for more fascinating stories from the past, present, and beyond. Hit the bell so you never miss a moment when history and the universe lights up our sky.